Give goodness to yourself. Why? Hi, I'm Earl Uy. Join me for a talk where the early birds catch the early talks. This is Early Talks. Life will always need goodness to be radiated despite the ever increasing problems the world is facing. And it's best shown by people who are so full of that goodness and love. People like that know how to love others and to love themselves. And loving yourself is not the self obsessed, self absorbed, or self consumed kind of love. It's the kind of love that knows how to care and nurture yourself so that you can give that same kind of amount to others. How is that kind of love like when it affects us? We know how to be compassionate with ourselves. Physician and author Dr. Rangan Chatterjee says this: self compassion is the practice of extending kindness toward yourself. It's about being there for ourselves and empowering ourselves to alleviate our own suffering. If one of your close friends or a child was going through a difficult time, you wouldn't criticize them for not being good enough or judge them for any perceived shortcomings. You would offer them warmth, compassion, and understanding. Sadly, many of us struggle to treat ourselves in the same way. Self compassion starts in the mind, with the voice we hear in our heads. So many of us beat ourselves up in a way that's horribly abusive. Multiple times a day, we talk to ourselves in ways we'd never dream of doing with our friends, our colleagues, or even complete strangers. Every time we speak to ourselves like this, we become our own worst enemies. Negative self talk can get us, and because of that, we can be harsh on ourselves. If there's one thing we need to accept, that is, we have our good days and bad days. And it's alright, we're not perfect. We should treat ourselves like a supportive coach, one who fully accepts who we are but wants to help us improve. And in line with this, we know how to accept ourselves. You are unique. There has never been and never will be anyone else like you. That's something we will have to keep in mind every day. At times, we are held captive by what others say about us. And when we are consumed by it, we may go into the path of people pleasing. And that's a waste of energy. Be brave to be comfortable in your own skin and do the great things you can do. Entrepreneur and investor Naval Ravikant says this: be yourself with passionate intensity. No one in the world is going to beat you at being you. You're never going to be as good at being me as I am. I'm never going to be as good at being you as you are. Certainly, listen and absorb, but don't try to emulate. It's a fool's errand. Instead, each person is uniquely qualified at something. This inspires us to believe in ourselves. Many times, we miss the joy of life because we don't believe in ourselves. We don't believe we can do things. But if you want to achieve something and not miss the opportunities you have to have that confidence in yourself. This drives you to become determined, enduring, and persevering to reach your aim. And let's not forget the people who believe in you, cheer for you, and support you every step of the way. That's added strength to do things confidently and courageously. We will have to remind ourselves of this every day. Even I need this. For if we can give goodness to ourselves, we can live life and love it no matter what we are going through. So, what about you? Are there things that make you harsh on yourself? What assurance can you give yourself for these harsh things? What do you do best in bringing goodness to the world around you? Thanks for joining me. Until next time, I'm Earl Uy, and this has been Early Talk.